Good afternoon, yellow class. Let's go through our learning for this afternoon. So, first word we've got the word find, tall and low F, I, up, down and over for the end, round and up for the D. Then we've got the word kind, all the way up, all the way down, halfway up, round, up into the I, up, down and over, round and up for the D. Then we have got the word mind, up, down, over, into our I, up, down and over, round, all the way up for the D, and then we dot the I, and then we've got the word behind, all the way up, all the way down and round, into the E, all the way up, all the way down, over, I, up, down and over, and then into our D. So, this week we have been reading that story of Sir Charlie Stinky Socks and the really frightful night. That's our book for this week. Today I want you to think about what kind of person is Sir Charlie. So there's lots of adjectives that we can use to describe Sir Charlie. A word that comes to my mind is brave. He's fearless. He's kind. He's clever. Okay, there are lots of words that we could use to describe him. And remember, when you're writing your sentences, I am expecting you to use a conjunction to explain your answer. So Charlie is brave because he goes on lots of adventures. So Charlie is clever when he finds the princess's teddy. Okay, think about the words that you can use, think about those conjunctions, and your sentences you'll be starting off with, I think Sir Charlie is, putting in your word, and then use your conjunction to explain your answer. Okay? Our computing today, we're still thinking about algorithms and how we can plan a set of instructions to help a character move. And as I say, in school we would be doing that with the B-bots, not something we can do at the moment. So, what you're going to do today is you're going to design a treasure map of Holbury. Don't worry about the really small squares. It's kind of the big grid that I wanted. You just need a piece of paper, and if you draw yourselves a grid, because it doesn't matter what your grid is like and the size of your grid, and on your grid you can draw some places in Holbury. And it said a treasure map, so you could draw some treasure. So you might draw, if you live in Holbury, you might draw your house. You might draw our school, so you could put school on there. You might label some of these things. You might put Manor Pond. So you might put Manor Pond. You might put the park on there. I know there's a park in Holbury, so we might put the park. That's a swing in case you weren't sure. So you could put a park on there. Now, obviously you haven't got B-bots at home. What you can do today, when you've done your piece of paper, what I want you to think about when you've done your map, maybe use a little character. If you've got a character in a game or a little figure or something, what you can do is you can put them onto your map, because your map will be flat on the table. You can put your character on. So if I started at my house and I wanted to get to the school, I'm going to move forwards 1, 2. So I'm thinking about my programming, so I would say forwards 2. Okay, now with B-bot, when he turns, one turn is a quarter turn. It's what we call a quarter turn. So if he's facing this way, a quarter turn would take him this way. 2 turns would end up being a half, because it's 2 quarters added together. So it'd be a quarter turn and a quarter turn. You've guessed it, 3 quarters would be 1, 2, 3. And if I asked him to turn 4 times, he would turn all the way round. So if I've moved forward 2, 1, 2, so I'm here facing that way, I would want my character to do 1 turn. Now, are they going right or left? They're coming right, aren't they? So then we've got 1 to the right. So we're going to turn to the right. Then we're going to come forwards. 1, 2, 3. So what you can do, similar to what we were doing on the little B-bot programme that we had last half term, you're going to draw a map and then have a go at writing some algorithms or some instructions to move a character or move somebody around your map. Okay? Right, then we're carrying on with our music, and today let's have a little remind where we've got to. Oh no, sorry, wrong thing. From beginning. So last week we started off with our music and we were thinking about that song, To Sing a Rainbow. Takes a little while to start it off. So we thought about the colours of the rainbow, and then last week we started to learn that song, Sing a Rainbow. Then we looked at Mr. Tumble and Fairy Sarah, and we thought about the Macatong symbols for that song. Then we had a longer version where we could practice it. Now today, to extend our ideas of singing the rainbow, what we're going to do is we can practice, Today we're going to think about colours, and so after you've had a practice of singing the song and reminding yourselves of the words, I want you to think of each of the colours of the rainbow, and can you find 3 things in your house that are each of those colours? So can you find 3 red things? Can you find 3 orange things? Can you find 3 yellow things? Now, you don't have to collect them all together. You could just record them by drawing them down. It's up to you what you want to do. So practice singing the song and then have a go at finding some items which match each of the colours of the rainbow. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.